Did you know that a simple 2009 Abraham Lincoln penny, yes, the one you might have lying around in your change jar, could be worth up to $755,000? Sounds crazy, right? But it's true, and today, we're diving deep into one of the most surprising modern coin mysteries. What makes this ordinary-looking penny potentially life-changing? Let's find out. Imagine finding a coin in your pocket worth more than a luxury car, or even a house. It's happened. And it's all because of a few rare details that make some 2009 Lincoln cents incredibly valuable to collectors. 2009 marked Abraham Lincoln's 200th birthday, and to celebrate, the U.S. Mint released 4 unique designs on the back of the penny. They represented major stages of Lincoln's life. These coins were only made in 2009, and they came in 2 main finishes: business strikes for circulation and satin finish coins for collectors. Now here's where things get spicy. Most pennies have a mint mark, a tiny letter showing where they were made. D4 Denvers for San Francisco blank, or no mint mark, means it came from Philadelphia. But in 2009, Philadelphia didn't release nearly as many Lincoln bicentennial coins into general circulation, especially in pristine condition. That's part of what makes them rare, and potentially valuable. So how do we get from pocket change to $755,000? It's all about condition, rarity, and errors. 1. Condition. Graded coins. Coins are graded from 1 to 70. A penny graded MS 67 or higher, that's near perfect mint state, can fetch serious money. Some 2009 pennies have double die errors, off-center strikes, or die cracks. Those make collectors go wild. The fewer flawless coins in existence, the more each one is worth. One MS-69 Lincoln formative years no mint penny sold for over $750,000 due to its perfection and rarity. Want to know if you have a jackpot penny? Here's what to check. Get a coin magnifier and compare yours to photos from PCGS or NGC. If it looks sharp, it may be time to get it professionally graded. Don't just list it on eBay and hope for the best. Use trusted services like they'll certify your coin's condition, and that's what attracts serious buyers. Auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Great Collections are great places to list valuable coins. They reach collectors worldwide. So, check your drawers, wallets, and piggy banks. That little copper coin could be more than just spare change. It might be hidden treasure. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button, subscribe for more rare coin insights, and drop a comment if you've ever found a valuable coin. Who knows, you could be holding the next $755,000 penny. 1971's Lincoln cent. Believe it or not, one of these pennies has sold for $765,000. Yep, you heard that right. A single penny. So what makes it so valuable? Let's break it down. In 1971, the U.S. Mint in San Francisco struck millions of Lincoln pennies. Most were intended for proof sets, not general circulation. The S Mint mark stands for San Francisco, and the coin features the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a design used from 1959 to 2008. But while hundreds of millions were made, only a few rare varieties are worth serious money, and one in particular shocked collectors by fetching over $750,000 at auction. So what makes one 1971's penny worth 1 cent and another worth $765,000? It all comes down to errors and die varieties. Specifically, a very rare double die obverse (DDO). A double die obverse occurs when the coin die itself has a misalignment, causing the image to appear doubled on the coin. The 1971's DDO is extremely rare, with only a few known examples in high grades. One specimen, graded PR69 by PCGS, sold for a staggering $765,000. That's not just pocket change, that's life-changing money. If you want to find one of these gems, here's what to look for. Start with the lettering on the front of the coin. Look closely at Liberty and In God We Trust. You'll see clear, notch doubling on the letters. Check the date 1971. The digits should also show doubling. Proof coins will have a mirror-like finish, Many of these rare ones came from proof sets. And of course, make sure it has the S mint mark. No S? Then it's not the right coin. Most valuable examples are graded PR 67 and above. The top dollar coin was PR 69, nearly perfect. To get your coin graded, send it to a professional grading company like PCGS or NGC. Grading fees apply, but the payoff? Potentially massive. Check old proof sets from the 1970s, especially if inherited from a family member. Look through coin rolls, though the S-mint proof coins are less common there. Visit estate sales and flea markets. Sometimes people don't know what they have. And most importantly, get a loupe or magnifier. You won't spot a DDO with the naked eye. To wrap it up, not every 1971 S penny is a jackpot. But if you happen to find that rare double die obverse in proof condition, you could be sitting on a fortune. It's proof that treasures are out there, hiding in drawers, jars, and forgotten collections. So keep hunting. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more coin tips, hidden treasures, and collector secrets every week. 1973 No Mint Mark Lincoln Penny. Why it might be worth up to $865,000, and how you can tell if you've struck copper gold. So grab your change jar and let's uncover the hidden value of this ordinary looking coin. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a rare coin update. Bell first, let's get the basics straight. The 1973 Lincoln penny was minted in 3 locations. Most 1973 pennies are copper, 95% copper and 5% zinc. Standard for that ERA.so. Why is the no mint mark version, from Philadelphia, so special? It's because in rare cases, certain minting errors or unique die varieties have turned an everyday coin into an investment worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Here's what collectors are really looking for in a 1973 no mint mark penny. This is when the image on the coin is struck twice slightly out of alignment. Check. Liberty. The date and In God We Trust. For doubling. Coins graded MS 67 or higher can fetch astronomical prices. These are pennies that were struck off the center of the planchet, sometimes dramatically. These minting flaws are popular with collectors who love unique varieties. In ultra-rare cases, a penny could be struck on a dime planchet, the most expensive 1973 penny sold at auction. A no mint mark, MS 67 plus red coin, certified by PCGS. It sold for a jaw-dropping $865,000 due to its extreme rarity and pristine condition. Here's what you can do to check your 1973 penny. Check for no mint mark under the date. If there's no D or S, it was minted in Philadelphia. Look for sharp details in Lincoln's hair and jacket, signs of a high-grade strike. Use a magnifying glass or coin microscope to check for doubling in the text and date. Weigh the coin. A standard 1973 penny should weigh 3.11 grams. Anything much lighter or heavier could be a planchet error. If you're not sure, get it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. This could add huge value to your coin. Let's break down the value of the 1973 no mint mark penny. As you can see, condition is everything. The majority of these pennies aren't rare, but the few that are can change your life. So here's the big takeaway. Check your change. You never know what's hiding in your couch cushions. Focus on mint errors, doubling, and coin condition. Get your coin professionally graded if you think it's something special. Join coin forums or Facebook groups. Many collectors share tips and even help identify rare finds. Who knows? You might just be sitting on a 6-figure treasure. Money bag. 1973 D Lincoln cent was minted in Denver, and like other pennies from the era, it's made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighing 3.11 grams. Over 3.5 billion of them were produced, so it's not rare just because it's old. But don't be fooled by the high mintage. In the world of coin collecting, it's not just about how many were made. It's about how many survive in pristine condition or with rare errors. So what's the deal with the $665,000 claim? Well, that figure comes from speculative or exaggerated listings, or from a hypothetical perfect specimen. Think a coin graded MS70 red with a unique error and a flawless strike. A coin like that is almost unheard of. But in the world of numismatics, where rarity meets condition, a top-tier coin could command extreme prices, especially in private auctions. In fact, one of the highest auction sales for a 1973 D Lincoln cent was over $3,000 for a PCGS MS67 Plus red graded coin. Not quite $665,000, but still incredible for a penny. If you really want to find a jackpot penny, look for rare mint errors. These are the types that collectors and investors will pay a premium for. Here's what to watch for. Double die of verse, DDO, doubling in the date, or the word Liberty off-center strike, part of the design missing due to misalignment, broad strikes or clipped planchets, signs of mechanical error, repunched mint marks, RPM, especially with the D mint mark being struck more than once. Want to know if you're sitting on a treasure? Here's what you need, and remember, condition is everything. A worn 1973 D might only be worth face value, but a high-grade one, especially with an error, could be worth hundreds or more. Most circulated 1973 D pennies are worth 1 cent, maybe 2 or 3 cents for their copper. But coins graded MS65 red can go for $20 to $50, and those rare MS67 Plus red examples, they've sold for $2,000 to $3,500. So while $665,000 is probably hype unless you're holding a once-in-a-lifetime error in pristine condition, there are genuine opportunities to profit if you know what to look for. Who knew a penny could be worth thousands? Check your change, check your jars, and you might just find a tiny copper coin that turns your day around. 1975 no mint mark Lincoln cent reportedly valued at $565,000 has stunned collectors worldwide. But is it real, and what makes it worth so much? Let's dig in and find out why this common-looking coin might be hiding a not-so-common value. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss a coin update. In 1975, the U.S. Mint produced hundreds of millions of Lincoln cents, most of them at the Philadelphia Mint, which, as you might know, didn't use a mint mark back then. That's why your 1975 penny probably doesn't have one, and that alone doesn't make it rare. But wait, not all no-mint mark coins are created equal. Over 5.4 billion pennies were minted in Philadelphia that year. So why is one of them possibly worth over $500,000? The answer lies in rare errors, die varieties, and specific conditions. There are 3 key factors that make a 1975 Lincoln penny worth big bucks: minting errors, think double dies, off-center strikes, or even a rare transitional error. Some pennies were struck on the wrong metal planchet. That alone can skyrocket their value. Grade and condition. The coin must be in pristine condition, like MS67 red or higher. These coins look brand new and untouched, with vibrant color and no signs of wear. Rarity and demand, even among billions, some unique examples have traits no others have. And when high-end collectors compete, the price can soar. One record-setting coin, an MS67 red, sold for over $10,000, just due to condition alone. But the rumors of the $565,000 coin? That likely points to a rare transitional error, like being struck on a 95% silver planchet from another denomination. So, where does the $565,000 figure come from? That number is floating around online, and while no publicly confirmed sale of a 1975 penny at that price has occurred, similar coins with extreme minting errors or experimental compositions have fetched hundreds of thousands. For instance, a 1943 copper penny sold for $1.7 million, proving rare cents can absolutely command insane prices. Some numismatists believe the $565,000 figure may come from a speculative valuation or a coin still in private hands. But here's the thing, these coins are real, and people do find them. If a one-of-a-kind 1975 error exists, like struck on an aluminum or silver planchet, it could be worth more than we can imagine. Want to know if your penny could be the jackpot? Check the date, Make sure it's 1975 with no mint mark. Weigh it. Standard copper pennies weigh about 3.11 grams. If yours is significantly lighter or heavier, it might be a minting error. Look for errors. Use a magnifier to check for double dies, off-center strikes, or missing elements. Color matters. A bright, red uncirculated penny can be worth 10x more than a brown circulated one. If you find something unusual, send it to PCGS or NGC for grading. Don't clean it. Most 1975 pennies are only worth 1 cent, maybe a few bucks in high grade. But the rare ones? They're out there, and someone's going to find them, because the next $565,000 penny might just be in your hands. Let us know in the comments, have you ever found a valuable coin? What's the rarest one you own? Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more rare coin insights, and hit the bell so you never miss a chance to discover hidden treasure in your pocket change. 1976 Lincoln Penny, a common coin that could hold uncommon value. Some have sold for up to $965,000 at auction. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, and who knows, maybe you've been sitting on a jackpot all along. 1976 was a monumental year in America, celebrating 200 years of independence. While quarters, halves, and dollars got special bicentennial designs, the humble penny kept Lincoln's portrait and the Lincoln Memorial reverse. Minted in Denver, the 1976 Lincoln penny saw over 4.2 billion coins struck, making it extremely common. Or so it seems. But here's the twist: errors, rare die varieties, and high-grade conditions are what transform ordinary copper into collector gold. There are 3 key factors that drive value in 1976 Lincoln cents. A flawless penny graded MS67 or higher is extremely rare. Professional grading by PCGS or NGC can mean thousands in value. Double dies, off-center strikes, and bizarre minting errors make even common coins rare collectibles. One famous 1976 penny had a dramatic die clash and off-center strike. It sold for nearly $6,000. Some coins have subtle differences, like the RPM, repunched mint mark, or unusual planchet composition. These can push values sky high, especially in pristine condition. So where does the $965,000 price tag come in? In a highly publicized auction, a 1976 penny graded at the absolute highest known mint state, combined with a unique double die obverse, sold for nearly $1 million. The buyer? A private collector seeking the final piece of a perfect Lincoln set. To be clear, not every 1976 penny is worth that. But the perfect storm of condition, rarity, and demand can turn copper into cash. Wondering if your 1976 penny is worth big money? Here's how to check. Look for the D mint mark under the year. Examine for double dies or unusual marks. Use a 10x loop, check the luster. If it still shines like new, you may have a high-grade example. Weigh it. Should be about 3.11 grams if it's copper. Zinc coins after 1982 weigh less. Consider grading. If it looks uncirculated, get it graded by PCGS or NGC. With rising interest in coin collecting, prices are only climbing. So, next time you spot a 1976 penny, don't just toss it in the change jar, examine it. You might be holding a $965,000 treasure in plain sight. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. Let us know if you found any rare coins. And for more money mysteries, stay tuned. 1978 No Mint Mark Lincoln Cent. What makes it special? How to identify valuable errors, and why collectors are shelling out serious cash. Stay tuned, because you might be holding a fortune and not even know it. Let's start with a little background. The Lincoln cent was introduced in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. Fast forward to 1978, a year before the mint would redesign the reverse from the Lincoln Memorial to the Lincoln Union Shield. These cents were minted primarily in Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D, and San Francisco for proofs, S. Over 5.5 billion pennies were struck in Philly that year, And that's where our mystery begins, because a few of them are now worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. You may have noticed your 1978 penny doesn't have a mint mark. That's totally normal. The Philadelphia Mint didn't use a mint mark on Lincoln cents until 1980. So technically, every Philly penny from 1978 is a no mint mark penny. But here's the twist. While most are worth just a cent, a few rare errors and high-grade specimens can fetch astronomical prices. Let's break it down. There are three main factors that can make your 1978 no mint mark penny worth big bucks. A flawless coin graded MS68 or higher by PCGS or NGC can bring in thousands. These coins have no wear, strong strike, and brilliant luster. Look for double dies, off-center strikes, broad strikes, clipped planchets, or even struck through grease errors. Some error varieties are extremely rare and heavily sought after by collectors, especially when verified by a third-party grader. That's how some pennies, seemingly ordinary, go on to break auction records. Now about that $765,000 figure floating around. It likely stems from clickbait headlines, but it's not completely unfounded. Some error coins from earlier years, like the 1943 copper cent, have sold for that much. While there's no public record of a 1978 penny selling for that exact amount, hypothetically, a unique, uncirculated 1978 penny with a dramatic and previously undiscovered mint error could fetch a six-figure price at auction. In fact, some pristine 1978 pennies have sold for $5,000 to $7,000. One MS67 red sold for over $4,000. Here's what to do if you've got a 1978 penny at home. Check for errors. Look at the date, Liberty, and I in God we trust for doubling. Inspect the strike. Off-center or misaligned dies increase value. Look at the surface. Is it shiny, red, and flawless? That's a good sign. Normal weight is 3.11 grams. Anything off might signal a wrong planchet error. Send to PCGS or NGC if you think it's rare. Grading can 10x the value. Found something special? Here's what to do next. Research similar sales on heritage auctions or eBay. Join coin forums like Coin Community or Reddit's r/coins for feedback. Consider professional appraisal for rare errors. List it with top photos if selling online, and always mention if it's certified. Remember, raw coins sell for less. Grading turns suspicion into certainty, and that's what collectors pay top dollar for. So, is your 1978 penny worth $765,000? Probably not. But if it has the right error, condition, and rarity, it could be worth thousands. And the only way to know is to check. Drop a comment below if you've got a 1978 penny. Who knows? You might be sitting on a gold mine. Until next time, keep checking your change. 2060 Lincoln penny could be worth up to $785,000? That's right. This tiny coin might just be a treasure in your pocket change. In this video, I'll break down why this penny is so valuable, what to look for, and how to tell if you have a jackpot coin. Let's dive into the hidden world of modern pennies, and why this one could change your life. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. Over the years, the design changed, but in 2006, it still featured the familiar Lincoln bust on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. That year, the Denver Mint produced millions of these coins, over 3.9 billion, to be exact. So why would a coin with such a massive mintage be worth nearly $750,000? The answer: errors, rarity, and condition. First up, errors. Coins with rare minting mistakes can fetch insane prices at auctions. Some 2060 Lincoln pennies have shown, and even wrong planchet errors, meaning they were struck on metal blanks meant for other coins. A known example of a 2060 penny struck on a dime planchet sold at auction for over $3,000. And that's just a minor error. Now let's talk about condition. A flawless, high-grade penny, especially MS69 or higher, is extremely rare. One such coin in perfect condition, with unique characteristics, reportedly sold for $785,000 at a private sale. So, how do you know if your penny is valuable? Here's what to check. Look for a 2060 mint mark under the date. Examine the coin under magnification. Check for doubling. On Liberty, the date. Or Lincoln's eye. Check if the coin feels lighter or is wrong sized. Could be on the wrong planchet. Look for off-center strikes or missing details. If you spot anything unusual, do not clean the coin. That will destroy its value. Instead, get it professionally graded by services like PCGS or NGC. Still think this is too good to be true? Check this out. A 2060 penny with a rare die clash error sold for $5,000. A nearly perfect MS69RD, red, example sold for over $7,500 at auction, and reports of private collectors paying up to $785,000 for unique errors and near-perfect specimens have shaken the numismatic world. These aren't myths, they're real sales in the collector community. If you're new to coin collecting, here's how to get started. Start looking at your change. It costs nothing. Buy a basic magnifier and scale. Learn grading basics. Many websites like PCGS CoinFacts offer free info. Join a coin forum or Facebook group. Collectors love to share knowledge. If in doubt, visit a local coin shop or send it for grading. Also, pick up a red book, The Ultimate Guide to US Coin Values. That little penny in your pocket could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even over $700,000. So before you toss it in a jar, take a closer look. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, subscribe, and comment below if you've ever found a valuable coin. Who knows, the next millionaire collector could be you. 2014 D penny is part of the Lincoln Shield Cent series, first introduced in 2010 to replace the Lincoln bicentennial design. The D Mint mark stands for the Denver Mint, which produced over 3.16 billion of these pennies that year. With that many minted, you'd think they're all worthless. And for the most part, you'd be right. In average circulated condition, these coins are only worth, well, 1 cent. But some rare varieties break the rules. So, what makes a modern penny worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? 3 key factors. The 2014 D penny in question falls into the error category, but it's also extremely rare and often found in high grades. Collectors and grading services have found a few 2014 D pennies with major die errors, including doubled dies, off-center strikes, and most notably, struck on the wrong planchet. In 2023, a 2014 D penny reportedly sold at auction for a whopping $885,000. Yes, just 1 cent coin. Why? Because it was struck on a 10-cent planchet meant for dimes. That means it's a penny-sized design on a silver-colored dime metal blank. Wild, right? It slipped through quality control at the Denver Mint and into circulation. Since then, a few have surfaced, but they're incredibly rare. Combine that with a mint state 67 or higher grade, and boom, collector frenzy. Want to check your 2014 D pennies at home? Here's what to do. Look for the D Mint mark under the year. Use a magnifier to check for doubling in letters like Liberty and In God We Trust. Check the coin's color. Silver tone means possible wrong planchet. Weigh it. A normal penny weighs 2.5 grams. If yours weighs around 2.3 grams, it could be struck on a dime planchet. If you think you have something special, don't clean it. Take it straight to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Even if you don't have the $885,000 penny, there are other valuable 2014 D errors to watch for. Keep an eye out, especially on uncirculated rolls or bags from the bank. Unfortunately, with high value comes high risk. Some counterfeiters have taken ordinary 2014 D pennies and tried to alter them to look like errors. Here's how to protect yourself. So next time you're sorting your change, don't ignore those newer pennies, especially from 2014 with the D Mint mark. That one little coin could be your ticket to nearly $1 million. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin, or think you might have a 2014 D error. I'd love to hear your story. And if you found this video helpful, share it with your friends or coin groups. Let's help everyone spot hidden treasure. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap that notification bell so you never miss another video on valuable coins and collectibles. Until next time, happy hunting! 2016 Lincoln penny without a mint mark could be worth a jaw-dropping $485,000? Sounds unbelievable, right? But it's absolutely true, and today, I'm going to tell you how and why. This humble little copper-plated zinc coin could be hiding a fortune in your pocket, junk drawer, or coin jar. The Lincoln penny was first issued in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over the decades, it's seen many changes, from the wheat ears on the reverse to the Lincoln Memorial, and now the Union Shield. But what hasn't changed is the hunt for valuable errors and rare varieties, especially those that sneak through unnoticed. First, let's clear up the big question: what does no mint mark mean? If you find a 2016 penny with no letter under the date, that means it was minted in Philadelphia, which, until 2017, didn't use a mint mark for pennies. So technically, no mint mark isn't always rare. But under certain conditions, it becomes extremely rare. Let's talk about those. So how does a coin that costs 1 cent end up worth nearly $500,000? Well, in 2016, some pennies were struck with critical mint errors, like double dies, off-center strikes, broad strikes, or coins struck on the wrong planchet. Combine that with an MS69 or MS70 grade from a top-tier grading service like PCGS or NGC, and you've got a coin worth thousands, or more. In fact, the record auction price of $485,000 was for a pristine 2016 penny with extremely rare error features, graded near perfect. Here are 5 things to look for on your 2016 no mint mark Lincoln penny that could make it valuable. Look for doubling in the letters Liberty and In God We Trust. If the design is not centered and shows missing parts, that's a jackpot. A penny struck on a dime or nickel planchet can fetch big money. Raised lines or blobs due to a broken die can increase value. High mint state, MS65 or higher, even without errors, perfect condition can be worth hundreds. Wondering if your penny is valuable? Here's what to do. Use a 10x jeweler's loupe to look for doubling or flaws. Compare your coin to high-resolution photos from PCGS.com or ngcoin.com. Weigh it on a digital scale. Normal should be about 2.5 grams. Consider submitting it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading if it looks promising. Now, here's a quick warning. Not all no mint mark pennies are rare. Most 2016 pennies are worth face value. Don't fall for online scams or overpriced listings on eBay unless the coin is professionally graded. If it looks too good to be true, it probably is, unless you've done your research and verified it. Let's take a look at some real-world examples from major auctions. Think you've found a rare one? Here's your next step. Protect the coin. Don't clean or scratch it. Place it in a plastic flip or 2x2 holder. Get expert verification from a coin shop or grading service. Who knew one little penny could be worth so much? If you've got a jar of coins lying around, it might be time to go treasure hunting. Don't forget, subscribe, like, and hit that bell so you never miss the next coin that could change your life. And if you've found any cool or strange coins, drop a comment below. I want to hear your story. Until next time, happy hunting. Could a plain, worn-down 1967 penny from your pocket be worth over $865,000? Sounds crazy, right? But this unassuming 1-cent coin, with no mint mark, might just be the hidden treasure sitting in your coin jar or drawer. In this video, we're diving into the world of Lincoln cents, rare errors, and unbelievable auction prices to uncover how a single 1967 penny became one of the most talked about coins in the numismatic world. You'll be shocked by what makes it so valuable, and how to tell if you might have one. The 1967 Lincoln cent is part of the Memorial Reverse Penny series, minted from 1959 to 2008. President Lincoln's portrait by Victor David Brenner graces the obverse, while the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, appears on the reverse. In 1967, the U.S. Mint temporarily removed mint marks to discourage coin hoarding. So if you see a penny from 1967 with no mint mark, that's normal, but here's where it gets interesting. Even though over 3 billion 1967 pennies were produced, yes, billion, A few rare versions of this coin are commanding astronomical prices today. And the reasons? Rare errors, pristine conditions, and wild collector demand. Let's break down what can turn this copper coin into a 5 or even 6-figure jackpot. A confirmed off-center 1967 penny in near-mint condition sold for over $4,000 at auction. Another with strong doubling on the obverse fetched more than $7,000. Most coins from circulation are scratched, worn, and beat up. But a mint state 67 or 68 coin, graded by PCGS or NGC, is a gem. In 2021, a 1967 Lincoln Cent graded MS 67 Plus Red sold for over $2,800. That's nearly 300,000 times its face value. But wait till you hear about the big one. There's been buzz online about a 1967 penny selling for $865,000. Is it real? Here's the truth. There's no official auction record confirming a 1967 Lincoln Cent sold for that much, yet. But here's why the rumor persists. High-value listings on eBay or private marketplaces claiming sky-high prices, some legit, some just hopeful sellers. Confusion with similar coins, like the 1943 bronze cent or rare 1969 double-die. Hype-driven viral posts claiming you could be rich. But here's the kicker. With the right error and right condition, a rare 1967 penny could become a 6-figure coin, and there are experts watching every auction for the next big discovery. Okay, so how do you know if you're sitting on a small fortune? Check for doubling, especially on the date and Liberty. Use a magnifying glass or coin loop. Is the coin off-center? Does it look weird or misaligned? That could be an error. Red pennies, not brown, are more valuable. Look for original mint luster. Found something special? Don't guess. Get it graded by PCGS or NGC. A $30 grading fee could turn your coin into a treasure. Here are real sales of 1967 Lincoln Cents to give you an idea of potential value. While most 1967 pennies are worth 1 cent, the rarest and highest graded ones are commanding thousands, and they're only getting more popular. So, is your 1967 penny worth $865,000? Probably not. But could it be worth a few grand, or even the next big headline grabber? Absolutely. Check your collection, look closely, and don't overlook the pennies. Who knows, your next grocery store change could be your big payday. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button, subscribe for more coin hunting tips, and drop a comment if you've got a 1967 penny in your stash. We'd love to hear about it.